So going back to 7 years old real quick, because this is really important. Um, my mom was at work and we were at my aunt's house with the military uncle that had done the bad things. Um, my cousin, me, and my sister were outside playing. My aunt was there, but I had stepped on a piece of metal that cut through the bottom of my foot. And he scooped me up, took me to the bathroom, rinsed off my foot, and saw how bad I needed stitches. My mom rushed to the emergency room and met him there. And of course, they had to do a bunch of stitches. They had to do a lot of work on my foot. And during that, of course, they had to medicate me. And back then, they just give you anything just so you're not in pain. Like, it just wasn't as controlled. And so afterwards, she had to go back to work. And so he took me back to their house and put me and my sister in the bed together and took advantage of me while my sister was laying in bed next to me. I, of course, was fully medicated, and she laid there praying to God that nothing was going to happen to her. And I thank God every day that she did not have to suffer what I went through, unknowingly went through. And just the thought of that still hurts. But it is what it is, It doesn't define me. It doesn't. So after that, we tried to tell my grandmother. Well, being children that we are, we picked the very best time to tell her while she was on the phone. And my grandmother's like, I'm on the phone, can't you see? Well, we realized that probably wasn't the best time to tell her. So that weekend we were going to our father's house, and we told his wife at the time, our stepmother. Well, the police got involved. Like, it turned into a big thing. They took us straight to the hospital, found out that there was a lot of damage done to me. Some damage done to my sister. Lots of mental damage done, of course. Seeing it had been going on between 4 and almost 8 years old. My mom, infuriated. Of course, my grandfather wanted to take care of that situation. My father wanted to take care of that situation. The state of Florida said they were pressing charges, but back in the 80s, they don't follow through. So my mom went to the victim's advocate office and the prosecutor's office, and they stated that they would follow through with pressing charges even if we left the state of Florida, because my mother did not feel comfortable with us staying in the state of Florida. So they were like, yes, absolutely, got it in writing, and we moved to North Carolina for a year. That's where we met my stepdad, who became my dad. And as soon as we get there, 30 days after, we get a letter in the mail stating that they were no longer pressing charges because the threat was no longer there with us being in the state. They let us down. The state of Florida let us down. So with that being said, I'm going to stop that here And that went to what we were, however old you are in 7th grade. So that would be 7th grade. I know we skipped ages, 7th grade. So we're going to start doing grades now. So that's episode 3. So I'm going to hop to episode 4. And then I think we're going to be done for tonight, because episode 4 is going to kind of blow your mind. So I want to definitely get that in.